goes to all the item dupes in Final Fantasy VII, $3 of which is for Caleb Hart, reminding us we're not all to skip leg day. Dr. Bob-tastic sends $1,000 and says, look, they're just going to die anyway after you turn off the console. You might as well send them out in a blaze of glory. Also, what do you call a dedicated... what do you call a society dedicated to the eradication of people using the name Highwind? The Prevent Lancer Foundation. Ugh. So another quick update on Kill Save the Animals here. Kill the Animals is pulling away a bit here. Save the Animals is on $80,000 and $80,056.80. Words are apparently hard. And Kill the Animals is at $82,402.45. $20 from Maydog6 says, I was going to save this for during Super Metroid, but it is more effective now. Omnislash costs frames. Character names cost frames. Fighting Donkey Kong costs frames. Let's stick with the trend, screw the frames, save the animals. $50 from Toast Dieb says, speed be damned, the animals must be saved. $50 anonymous donation says, kill the animals, save the frames. $100 donations to kill the animals. A $200 donation to kill the animals. $15 anonymous donation says, look, I overheard the animals talking the other day, and you won't believe what they said. They said they love cancer. Even the weird ostrich thing agreed. It's their favorite thing in the world. We must do something about these naughty, wicked animals, and killing them just feels right. Our very own Butters BB donates $50 and says 20 as promised during the arcade block and 30 more just because. Save the animals, it's a better emote. I've got a $1,000 donation from PHLFC that says, TASbot plays Pokemon, plays Twitch. Blew my mind earlier in the week. Can't wait to see what they have in store coming up for us now. TASbot kills the animals? And for those of you wondering who we are raising money for, it is in benefit of the Prevent Cancer Foundation. You can head over to preventcancer.org to find out more about them. When the foundation began 29 years ago, no one was really taking prevention seriously. Today, the Prevent Cancer Foundation is still the only U.S. organization that's solely focused on the prevention and early detection of cancer. Its mission is to save lives and stop cancer before it starts. I think we can all agree is a worthy cause. $100 from Shoddy06 says, Guys, we wouldn't have bacon without killing animals. Narc sends $50 to kill the animals. $20 from an anonymous donation says, for the past few years, we've killed the animals every time. Therefore, this year, I think it's about time we finally kill the animals again. Thank you, Anonymous. Just want to make a small shout out to the guys over at the Yeti. Their total sales so far for this marathon equal $42,000. So thank you to all the money that you guys have put towards the awesome t-shirts you find out over at the Yeti. K Victor sends me $100 and says, hey guys, I love what you're doing there. I even came home earlier because it's 2 a.m. in Germany now to see two of my favorite games from my childhood being Speedrun. You people are awesome, every single one of you. So good luck in the runs and never stop being awesome. Please let's save the animals. So let's get a bit of a judge for the folks at home. Here in the room, who wants to save the animals? Okay. Who wants to kill the animals? Okay, I think it's pretty clear for you guys at home. We're looking at killing the animals here on site. That's what we want, because we're all about going fast. $50 from an anonymous cause. It's a race. Survival of the fittest. If the animals can't open doors or travel between planets, then maybe they shouldn't survive. Just like cancer. Let's leave cancer behind, save the frames, save lives.
We're almost under.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, so earlier in the week, TASbot was unsure about its own personal decision, but TASbot is about to go Skynet on some animals and kill the animals. So that's TASbot's choice. So I think we're all supporting him there. Wow, some of us are. $30 from Anonymous says, TASbot is my waifu. $50 from Dasyati says, you saved Aerith for crying out loud. What's Aerith got that animals don't? Freaking fanboys, man. Sky Dragon sends $200 and says, kill the animals, make the steaks. All right, I'm going to give one more update on Save Kill the Animals. Kill the Animals is still leading by about $1,000 with $83,097 to Save the Animals, $82,212. So I already did that. So as TASbot is getting set up here, If you guys remember from earlier in the week, Dwango did tell me that TASbot does run on some hype here in the room. So if we can get a big swell of hype here for TASbot. Nah, we can do better than that, AGDQ. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. I think we've warmed up TASbot's batteries. But until he's ready to grace us with his games, let's read a few more donations here. Monster Box sends us $50 and says, pray for true peace in space. A peace without animals. Riglow sends $25 and says, save cancer, kill frames, end animals. No. Thank you, Riglow. $20 from Hitakori Eric says, had to get another donation into a fantastic AGDQ. Thanks to everyone who helped on this and volunteered their times. Also, congrats to Oxbus on that awesome world record this week. $80 from DN2202 says, great work everybody behind the scenes and to all the runners. By the way, kill the animals. Anybody else hear that? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for TASbot. So let me throw it down to Dwango and his crew on the couch. Let's see what you got for us this time, my friend.
Be heard yet, am I? Ah, now I'm live. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I am Dwango AC. This is my lovely wife, Sassy Knitter. This is Tampa, Micro 500, and Weatherton. We are here for one last exhibition of TASbot doing something crazy. I have it on good authority that TASbot prefers speed at all costs. I'm sorry. Runner's choice is kill the animals.
Save the frames.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start the run. It's going to start exactly the same way as last time, with one minor difference. We have some really nice visualization boards here.
Can you zoom in on those?
You can see them. So,
Are they working?
yeah, they're working. Fair warning, the Super Game Boy does some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff with the button polling. And at this point, it's probably going to look wrong. Like, you'll see the start button getting hit at the same time. That's normal. We expect that.
And Controller 2 just looks wrong.
Yeah, it just looks wrong. So these should start cooking once we get some real data going. Now, as you might recall last time, this whole setup here is just a matter of what we call our stage 1 setup, where we're trying to corrupt memory in just a specific way so as to be able to read input from the controllers and then execute our own code. I'm not going to re-explain that here. I do want to point out, though, that it was extremely challenging getting around all of the various quirks of the Super Game Boy. I explained some of it last time, but I can't emphasize enough how crazy it was. It's also a good time to say that this particular run was custom tailored just for this purpose. This is not a run that you will easily find on TAS videos because, quite honestly, I had to slow everything down. Normally with TAS videos, you do everything as fast as the hardware can possibly handle it. The whole point of tool-assisted speedrun is to push the game to its limits and take out the problems that humans have with reflexes and skill and memory and things like that. Most runs are completely perfect. I will be completely honest, this one's going through the menu somewhat slower than it should, simply because of the limitations of going through the Super Game Boy, which drops input every once in a while. There are a number of tool-assisted speedruns on TASvideos.org, which we are representing here. You can go look at some of those at your leisure. There are some runs for Super Mario 64 that we played last year that is always good. There's whoa, we lost the lights again.
It'll make the boards more visible.
Yeah, it'll make them more, yeah, sure.
If you guys want to zoom in on those two soon.
Sure, yeah. It's going to be a pretty good light show here in just a second when we start loading the payload, which is right about now.
Yeah. When we take over all 4 controllers, they're going to start flashing, making a pretty impressive light show.
Yeah, that's about right. So this is the same payload. We are still going to end up in Twitch chat. Just so you know, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we are still going to end up in Twitch chat. What happens next might be a little bit more unusual, though.
I am TASbot. Hello, AGDQ 2015.
Can everybody hear that?
I like to play games. Today I will make Red play Pokemon Plays Twitch.
I don't know what he means by
Red,
make.
it is time for you to play.
All right, chat, spam Bible Thump. Come on, you can do it.
Might take a minute.
It's going to be a long delay.
Yeah, I'm watching it here. It's quite delayed.
Come on, more Bible Thump. I know you can do it. Of course, by the time they hear me say this, they will have already been doing it for 10 seconds. Hi, Mom.
Hi, TASbot.
Well,
Wait for
Did they
it.
see
That is
it?
a good way to play
Yeah, they did do
Red.
it. I like this trick. This is fun. Getting Twitch chat to do stuff is always entertaining. I don't see nearly as much as I thought, though.
Make Twitch chat do another trick. No. Make Twitch chat do a trick now.
Okay.
I do not understand this word, happy.
Kind of like how to sing. Happy, huh? If you guys actually told TASbot to be happy, then we'll see it in the future.
There's Bible Thump. That is very delayed.
Wow, I
Did
cannot
not like
believe the
that
delay.
trick.
Yeah, TASbot does not have any emotions at all. He does not
I
understand
am
emotions.
perfect. Everything I do must be perfect.
All right, that's the TASvideos website.
This website is perfect.
Well, they are still. Wow, we are so delayed.
No. I like it this way. It is perfect.
All right,
I
let's.
will show you. It will not be perfect.
All right, let's see what TASvideos looks like.
See? It is not perfect.
Hey, Twitch chat. What color should it be? Oh, that went way too fast. What color should it
I
be?
like that color.
I heard red.
No.
Marry me.
Marry me. Oh, somebody said marry me.
It will not be perfect. You will see.
Oh, that's not perfect. That's not perfect. Red, blue, green, blue. How about... All right, up, down, left, right. Come on, guys, you can do it. Come on, Twitch chat, make me proud. Up, down, left, right, in, out. Come on, go for it. We got to wait for them to catch up, though.
Yeah, if they ever catch up.
They're still yelling colors. We got to wait for them to yell up, down, left, right, in, out.
You're giving Twitch chat the
Periwinkle.
choice of it in and out.
They're still yelling colors.
And Bible thump.
Bible thump. They're just not getting. Oh, up. All right, I'm going to kill this before it gets out of hand. Say goodnight, Twitch chat. Good night. All right, you are dead, Twitch chat. All right. As always, we want to show the best of TAS videos. We would love to see more ideas that you guys have, so please swing in by TASvideos.org. Come to the forums, tell us what you want to see next year. We hope to do a TAS block in 2015, or maybe even SGDQ if we can do it. We would love to know what runs you would like to see. Want to make one other clarifying point. Everything you've seen recently was all console verified, where we were able to show going through the controller cables. We are considering the idea of maybe showing some that you don't need that level of sophistication for. We can just show you a run that runs on an emulator. Maybe we don't have the tools yet to get it to operate on a real console, but perhaps we'll just go through some of the more interesting runs that we could do with that. So if there's anything you want to see in the upcoming AGDQ or SGDQ marathons, just let us know. Again, TASvideos.org. I want to say thank you again to people like Ilari, Nach, who helps run the website there. Let's see, Mastergen, P4+2, has so many people, TWM, the Axeman, Weatherton, Micro 500, Tampa. There are so many people that put their time and effort into this. I want to tell everybody thank you so much, and that concludes our second TAS block. Thank you.
Okay, again, let's get one big last round of applause for the TASbot. And to quote one of the greatest newscasters of all time, I, for one, welcome our new TASbot overlords. I've got $50. I'm going to get, before I get into donations, let's give another update on Save Kill the Animals.